This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore. Well, the Senate now has every single Republican on board with its middle-class and working poor-killing tax bill. Even some of the earlier fence-sitters have now indicated that they are ready to add a bag of bricks to the already burdensome load carried by most Americans. Before I go through some of these alarming numbers, I'm going to mention this phone number, which is Congress's Capitol Switchboard. Call your senator to demand a no vote on this gross handout to the richest of all Americans. Do not delay. Take 2 minutes out of your day right now and call 202-224-3121. Tell them to vote no. Vote no on a Republican plan that somehow executes $1.5 trillion in deficit spending while still managing somehow to saddle the burden of drastically higher taxes on tens of millions of working families. The House version gives more than $400 billion to business owners making more than $260,000, while the Senate version gives roughly half of its benefits to the top 1%. Half of all the financial benefits of the Senate tax bill goes to the top 1%. And about 100 to 150 billion to families worth over $11 million. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office has said that the Senate plan will devastate taxpayers making under $30,000 and result in a net transfer of resources away from households making under $40,000 a year. And according to the Tax Policy Center, it would increase taxes on almost 100 million households with incomes under $200,000. These family values conservatives aren't even making it a secret that they are giving everything to the super wealthy while requiring families of working Americans to make massive sacrifices on behalf of those same rich elites. Call them and tell them no. Call them and tell them that it is unacceptable to give hundreds of billions of dollars to the already hyper-wealthy, rather than spreading those desperately needed benefits over millions of American students, teachers, workers, and poor families. Look, all this is just more evidence that the Republican Party thinks it only represents the interests of massive corporations and the richest, slim percentage of Americans. They continue to turn their backs on the rest of us. Call them and tell them to vote no, and that you will remember this when the midterms come around in just a few short months. Hey everybody, thank you so much for checking out my channel and this video. If you like what I do here and you appreciate it, go ahead and click subscribe. And if you really like it and appreciate what I do and you'd like to join my Patreon family, there's another link there for that. It's not just for the podcast, it's also for YouTube. Thanks a lot.